just share this out. It's a very nice night outside. I mean, yeah, it's cold, but it is very nice. Okay, let me get this on my pop-out chat, and we will get started. Though I don't anticipate too many people, but it is late, and I understand that. Let's see. Let me get something for you guys. Oh my gosh. I am such an idiot. I forgot to turn on my audio. Like an absolute buffoon. Oh my gosh. Azriel, I am officially the stupidest man there ever was because I forgot to turn on my audio. Okay, I'm going to try this again. What position are you? Oh, that's a good question, though. I'll go through this really quickly. So Joshua James is the first overall pick for the Washington Nationals, and they'll need all the help they can get. Hey, what's up, Wally? And then, of course, your good friend Deidre Lewis is on the Phillies. They needed a relief pitcher, and that's what they got. And basically, she's anything they need her to be. And then, of course, Brooklyn Joker, big fan of the New York teams, and the Mets were fortunate enough to get him as a catcher. And then I left off over here, which was Peter Griffin at third base. Of course, he is replacing Jet Strike, who was originally drafted, but Peter Griffin, of course, taking his place. But to answer your question, I'll just get right to it. I'll answer the question of what position are you, but I'll surprise you with which team got you. As it stands, you are a first baseman, and you also play shortstop too. So you play first base, but you can also play shortstop if need be. So yeah, first base and shortstop. I wonder if that interests you, Mr. Azrael Black. But yeah, as for Peter Griffin, he takes the place of Jet Strike, who of course decided to go on a bit of a hiatus. But I hope that he does come back, and if he does, I will be happy. But I think the main thing is, as long as he's happy, that's fine. But you guys can hear me, right? Oh shoot! Turn this down. Okay. I hope I'm coming in clear. Let me turn down my microphone there. Oh shoot. And I always hate when this does this. When it just goes tits up. Okay, much better. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, you guys are hearing. I wish that I could have stayed a pitcher, but they took away the DH rule. No, they didn't take the DH rule away. They made it universal. No, if they took away the DH rule, it would be a lot like what would happen if we were playing in 1972 back, because 1972 was the last time that that the designated hitter rule was nowhere even close to being used. I just know that it started out in 73, I believe. But yeah. Well, Wally, I think you know the answer to that one. But yeah, anyway, currently you play as a first baseman and shortstop. Okay, so we got Peter Griffin, who is playing for the Florida Marlins. Because I would like to be a pitcher, but I also want to bat too. Oh yeah, definitely. I just hope that the next game I get, which will be MLB 24, and again, I only get the games like every 3 years, and then 2 years for Madden, obviously. I don't want to just buy games for the sake of buying them, Okay. Oh, and then of course, Wally, they needed a third baseman, and that's what they needed. And that's Walter the Hulk Johnson. So Wally, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Wally was, when he was drafted 25th out of 30. So congratulations to Wally, as all the other teams passed him up, but Wally was fortunate enough to get drafted by the Braves. So I'm very happy. Oh yeah, and then we have ourselves a newcomer. Of course, this was before they became the current champions, but before then, I give you the Texas Rangers and their new relief pitcher, our good friend AJ Cool Kid. So, of course, they needed a relief pitcher back then, and of course, we all know how talentless the team was, but yet how they rebuild is it's a story unto itself, really. Also, hey, what's up, Clinton? What's up, man? Great to see you, man. But then we go to the next team. And it was pretty obvious who was going to play for the Mariners. Our good friend, Shifty the Clown. Anyway, just wanted to see. Oh, okay. So you just wanted to know where you were drafted. Oh, that's perfectly perfectly good with me, and I'm happy that you got to see it. Let's see. This defense is gonna drive me crazy. Oh shit. Okay, so Shifty the Clown. All right. On the Mariners. All right. Actually, let me do this. Let me go over to roster control. That way I can at least keep the suspense up, but also, hey, what's up, Frostbite? Breathe, people. So out of all the teams that could have gotten Azrael Black, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Well, I was going to call them the Cleveland Guardians, but at the time they were still called the Cleveland Indians. And okay, here we are. And here he is. Azrael Black as the first baseman for the now former Indians. No. Trade me to, well, which one? Wait, which one? Frostbite wants to, wait, do I, let me check to see if I have Frostbite. Oh, actually, yes, you are, I actually did add you there, Frostbite. Okay. The White Sox. Actually, let's take a look and see who we have for the White Sox. Let me go back to the Indians. Let me do that. Or, no, the White Sox, please. Actually, never mind. I'll get back to you in a moment. Let's see. I have Ram as a DH, but if he's not the DH, he is the right fielder. Well, thankfully it's fielder for fielder and not fielder for pitcher or anything like that. So, all right, let me see if I can do this. Also, hi, Jose. Oh, yeah. And then as far as where did Frostbite go? Well, where did Frostbite go? Frostbite went to the Baltimore Orioles. And, of course, they needed a pitcher, and that's what they got. And, of course, he is the ace, and I gave him a gray beard because, he is Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. White Christmas. So that's why I gave him a white beard. I don't know what you think about that, though. Awesome. Okay, now for Jose. Where is he? Oh, wrong way. So in order to go to Jose, you got to go to the Twin Cities. So yes, Jose is a second baseman but it can also play some left field too. So that is where he is. Okada is going to be TNA Snake Eyes? What? But yeah, Jose's in the Twin Cities, though. I mean, the two-time World Series champions, of course. All right, now I'm going to try to do this really quickly. Deidre Lewis, a.k.a. Munchie! By the way, Munchie, I may as well show you who got you. Of course, it's your hometown team. The Twins. And in fact, they got you as a relief pitcher. You're a good friend, though. Yeah, I mean, I heard it's a nice place to live. At Snakes at the... Oh, did they sign official deals with TNA, or is it more on a freelancer basis? You know, kind of like the partnership that AEW and New Japan have. Okay. All right, now I'm going to try. Now I'm going to test this out really quickly. All right, I'm going to pick the. I'm going to go to player movement, and then I got to pick the Cleveland Indians. So I just have to select Ram and select Azrael and move them. There we go. Yes. Okay. So what that's going to do is you'll still be on the field, but I'll have to move you to a different position, though, so it's not a problem, though. A pro women's league is going to start? Are you serious? Oh, that's right. A pro women's team. Let me see. All right, let me auto-fix this really quickly. But what does now is that Ram will be on the Indians now. So, but I'll have to fix the lineup now that I made the move. So it wasn't an exact position for position trade, but still. But that is nice that they do have a pro women's team there. So that's awesome. Okay, let me go back to where I was with the list. Okay, so I was right here with Shifty the Clown in Seattle. And then I have a good friend of mine in Adrian, and he was always a big fan of the A's. So you can imagine how disappointed he was when he heard about what happened to the Athletics and the fact that they're moving. So I have to think that probably by the time the next game comes out, that by the time we get to 24, the next game will come out and they'll update it. So get a good look at Oakland because you'll never see it again. We will be a nightmare for some teams. Yeah, especially by the time we get to MLB 24. That's definitely the case. But then we have in the City of Angels, we have for the first time out of the pitching mound, and on the shortstop is our good friend Clinton Flippin. Oh, so Wait a minute. So you're saying that it's not going to happen until 2026? Might have to read up more on that part. But anyway, there you see Clinton with the epic beard and everything. Of course, he's going to be playing with, Otani and Trout and all those other guys. So we'll see how they do. Wonder how you feel. Put the devil on the Angels. Oh yeah, that is very ironic though. Lest I have to make another trade. I mean, I was able to do it with Ram since Ram is not in the chat, and plus like outside of a few teams, like he doesn't really care all that much. But I mean, that is the irony of it all. But they're not getting their new stadium until. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. And I think I got a message here. Did I get a message? No, I can't. Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't getting pinged or anything like that. All right, let's get to the other teams though. But yeah, Clinton, if you wish to be moved, just let me know and I'll see what I can do to trade you. I'll try to trade like position. Well, how do I put this? Non-pitchers with non-pitchers, and then pitchers with pitchers. Things like that. What team is Atticus on? Oh, well, let's get right to it then. Of course, we have Darius Helms, who was the final player picked. He lucked out as being the man that got picked by the then, at the time, defending champion Houston Astros. And then, of course, as we mentioned before, Jose got to go to the T-Ins and not Twins, apparently. Oh, the Reds. Oh, okay. Well, let's see who they drafted first before we can make that trade. Of course, Jamar was picked by the Royals. They needed somebody with a championship pedigree, and Jamar, of course, won the championship with the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh yeah, definitely. Competition's amazing. And well, there's your answer right there. His favorite team, the Detroit Tigers. And of course, he is a right fielder as he was last season. And he ran with his new team. And I'll make the changes to where if I need to put him in a different position, I can. But there you have it, the Ram. Are about being on your mom's favorite teams. I like that. Well, there's Azriel Black with his new team now at first base. I didn't know you were from Detroit. Really, I did not know that. Then, of course, we have one of our few friends from north of the border in the Great White North, Cole Weston, with the only team in Canada, the Blue Jays. And then, wait, what that? Oh yeah, our good friend Logan Windsor. Well, of course, he was drafted by the Rays. They needed somebody to anchor the first base position. And then, of course, Brandon Cuevas. To answer your question, what team have you been placed on? I was on the White Sox last season as a pitcher. Oh, okay. But I wasn't sure if that actually was your favorite team. I didn't even know. But just know that won't always be the case, or, availability of the teams won't always be the case, though. But I didn't know, but I will say this, though. I do remember the 2005 World Series where the White Sox did win the World Series. And that was a year after the Red Sox had, broke their curse. The White Sox did the same. But on the other hand, the White Sox haven't won since then. But I hope that they can become competitive and that they can win a championship. It all just comes down to sometimes it just comes down to performance on the part of the players. Like obviously the coach has to, or the manager I should say, excuse me. I mean, but there's a lot of other variables that go into what makes a successful season though. But yeah, you're on the pinstripes, and because you're on the pinstripes, you know how they have the this silly rule where you got to shave. Well, that's why you have no facial hair. So now, so that's why you have that different look. But yeah, otherwise I'd have kept your beard. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the expos because I would love that. Juan Soto and Trent Grisham from the Padres. Well, that's incredible though. But then of course you have our other good friend of ours, Jacob Baker, and of course the Boston Red Sox needed a closing pitcher, and that's what they got. Then of course, as we mentioned before, Mr. Frostbite is the starting pitcher for the O's. And then of course, my good friend Diamond Light. You know, he referred to himself as the Diamond Giant, so it's only fitting he actually got picked by the Giants to play left field for them. And then of course, Patty Chase is with their old team. You know, Juan Soto or Trenton Grisham at least when he was still with them. And of course, this was when Fernando Tatis was the biggest thing from in the league at that point. Hey, what's up, Jamar? But yeah, Patty is going to be a Padre. Yep. Then we have Carol Parks at first base. She'll be at first. And then, of course, I can't even talk. Mike Wasson, who really, he's like, you guys know, as far as Mike Wasson, that he has been best described as, quote, a mountain of a man. So it's only fitting that he plays among a bunch of other mountains with the Rockies. Then, of course, we have James Garcia, the hometown boy, playing for the Diamondbacks. Okay, so San Diego got Kyle. I can't even pronounce that young man's last name. Michael King, Randy Velasquez, and two other prospect pitchers. I did not know that. And then, of course, Rockhawk naturally playing for the team that he always loved, and that was the St. Louis Cardinals. Jordan Walker, King Ace, whatever you want to call him, with the Pirates. And then, of course, Chris Frost is replacing our good friend Crushing Kelly, who has decided to step down from team sports activities. Though I am happy that she was able to win the World Series title that she won alongside Jamar and Patty. So I'm very happy about that. Higashioka. Hiyashioka. Then we have Chris Clark and Najee for the other Chicago team as a starting pitcher. And we all get back to Joshua James. But yeah, those are who we have. Now, let's make another trade. Oh. And it was Frost versus Frostbite. Oh, that would be awesome, though. Okay, let me do this really quick. Let me pick the Reds. And then let me pick the Angels there. Okay, so it is shortstop with a pitcher. Let's see. Who's on the Braves roster? Oh, I may as well mention that each team has one player. I'll just say that. Okay. Let's see, Chris Clark. Of course, that's going to put them down one relief pitcher to little, and Clinton is going to be. I wonder how we're going to make this one work. Let's see. I would have to trade somebody. Let me see. Huh. Oh, yeah, that was a great MVP performance. He definitely deserved it with that kind of performance, though. Okay. Okay, so since James Hoyt isn't a big name, at least I don't have to worry about too much of that. So let me do that. And then the other thing is, let me get Clinton, and who is their shortstop? Or their highest rated one? Kyle Farmer. Kyle Farmer. I have a friend named surname Farmer. I just find it ironic, that's all. Okay, there we go. Yes. And, oh yeah, let me auto fix this really quickly. But I'll fix it like off camera though when it comes to the... Okay, where's the other team? Oh, right there. So yeah, I'll fix the rosters in terms of what the Farmer from the Twins. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show where Jamar is, and then who has and who the Braves have. I mentioned before, each team has to answer Jamar's question. Each team has one player. But it's going to work a lot like what happened in that one Madden season, where if you win, you get to recruit the star player of the losing team's gimmick that we did. Of course, it's going to be a little bit different, but other than that, or the structure will be different, but the premise is the same, at least until we get to 10 teams, and then by then, it'll be far more straightforward from then. Yeah, Diamond Lights in San Francisco, of course. Okay, where's the... Okay, here we go. So, Wally is on the Braves, but as far as where Jamar is, well, let's just say that the Royals made him an offer that he couldn't refuse. So, they made him the king. They made him the king. Hey, Jacob Baker! Well, I'll ask you one other question, but I'll answer yours first. Well, I'll just show him right here. You're the closer for the Red Sox, because, well, that's what they need. They need somebody to shut them down as a closing pitcher. So yeah, you get to throw some very nasty stuff. But really though, I do like the Babam pitcher. I'm like, is that a plush or? Because I think the only plush I have is that of a blue mushroom. Like I actually have a plush that I got from Sac Anime, and I believe it was in 2019, so it was the last proper convention that I went to. Of course, the following year it kind of went tits up, but yeah. But I do like the Babam plush, if that is a plush. AJ, what's up, man? Well, I'll ask you a question, but I think I'd be better off asking you, like in the DMs and things like that. But then, of course, we have. Oh, let me go back the other way, please. Thank you. Is what meat chicken? If I ever do college games, what's meat chicken? So anyway, check this out, playa. Oh, I was talking to Jacob, but yeah, AJ, but no, but anyway, there you are, playa. The cool kid himself. Yes, Shifty is the right fielder, and he's a very large man. Yep. I'm Texas Rangers. Yay. TTUN or MI? Not sure what that is. Oh. Well, no, it's not. So you can imagine how. Of course, the real the real how do I put this? Of course, it'll be a little bit different if well, I'll save it for when I talk about it. Oh, Shadow Press. I see. Well, so here's how it will work. So, oh, I may as well showcase this really quick. And I'm showing this as far as like I'm showing postseason off. Okay, current rosters. No wait. Let me start new. Load saved rosters. Oh, season 4. That's okay. That's good. Just finishing up and posting my super card. Oh yeah, that's right. AJ's gonna have a super card, and as I remember it, it's gonna be on December 17th on a Sunday. So definitely look forward to that. Oh, that would be Detroit, obviously. Okay, so as you know, uh, given that this game took place when each league had 5 teams, 3 division winners, and 2 wild cards. So when all is said and done, we'll be down to 10 teams, 5 in each league. So the structure is going to be a little bit different, but the premise is the same. I might move it to Sunday. Wait, to this Sunday? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, so it's because you might have a Christmas party on the 17th? Yeah, I could see that being an issue if you had to move it up. Okay, well, I'll have to come up with something different for not just yeah, I'll have to come up with something different for this Saturday and Sunday. I just know that Saturday I might be busy, so I might do something different than Blue Toad. So, and I haven't posted the card for Blue Toad as well. It had to do with Jay Vertis picking the stipulation, uh, but also I have to, take care of Christmas shopping and all that stuff as far as this Saturday is concerned. So it's kind of up in the air. So I'll keep you guys posted in terms of what I might decide to do. And I might decide to do something else, so I will say that. Fire Pro. I might do Fire Pro. Yeah. My work is having a. Okay, let me read this. My work is having a Christmas party from what I'm seeing. It's going to be the 17th, but I don't know yet as well. I see. So anyway, 5 per league, or 10 total. We start with 30 teams, but when all is said and done, we'll be down to just 10. And all you need to know is that in order to fill the division crowns, I'm going to go through, what is it? The division leaders will get a first round bye, but that the other 4 teams in each division will play each other with the second highest division finisher facing off against the one that finished at the bottom, or 5th. And then the other 2, 3rd and 4th, will face off against each other. And, I mean, I could go on, but I wanted to more or less give you the gist of how it works. But that after each game, the winning team will recruit the losing team's star players. So I'll give you guys one example. I'll start with, let's see. Let me start with, you know what? I'll go with AJ and the Texas Rangers since they are the IRL champions. Now, the Texas Rangers, a year before that, they were 4th in the American League West. So their first game would be against, let me see if I can find them. American League West. It would be against the Los Angeles Angels. So yeah, it's going to be a lot like I did with Madden. At least up until a certain point. And then I'll keep, and yeah, up until a certain point, it'll be a lot like I did with Madden. Yep, absolutely. That is up until we get 10 teams left, and once we have 10 teams, then we will proceed as per usual. So there, with no further moves and no other trades that will be made, because once we get down to the round of 10, then the rosters will stay put. So that's really the only real difference from what we did with Madden. So there you go. But with that said, unless you guys want me to do a game, I could always save this for another time. In fact, I might actually save this for when I get back from shopping, because I have to shop for my family and my friends, mostly family, of course, but you know, but those are the adult responsibilities I have to do, you know. Azriel wants to do a game? Oh, wait a minute. I got to fix the lineup, though. Because if I just do it as is, yeah, if I leave it as is, then... Oh, no, not that one, not that one. Yeah, because if I leave the roster as it is, you might not even be in the game, so I got to fix that. So I got to start with the White Sox. Let's see. I had you as a... where did I have you right there? I have you as a first baseman. Okay, so I got to go over here. Wait, did I not trade you? What the hell? Or did I not? Or was it because I didn't save? Oh, it was because I didn't save. Shit. If you have time, I can do a game, but it's up to you. Oh. Okay, so I forgot to save. Shit. So now I got to do this again, so hang on a moment. Player movement. All right. Yeah, I realized I didn't save, so that was my fault for not doing that. Okay, so it was Ram and Azrael Black. Okay. And then I have to move Clinton as yeah. Let me check really quick to see if Clinton moved as well. No, he did not. Okay. Okay. So what I did was it was the highest rated uh, relief pitcher, which I traded for. So basically, I just traded like positions though, as it was much easier to do if trading a pitcher and a non-pitcher. So there you go. And it was Kyle Farmer. Yes. Save the changes. It was up here. Let me auto fix this really quick. And then okay. Okay, so here's what I didn't do. I forgot to save it like the absolute dummy that I am. Yes, I'm not afraid to roast myself. Heh 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 heh. Season 4. That's what it is. Okay, got it. And then in order to make this work, let me go over to, oh, no, not that. Let me go over to roster control again. Roasted toad. All right, let me try this one right here. Lineups. This is what I meant to do. Oh, they didn't even. Oh, I'm sorry. There you are, right there. Azrael Black. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that Azrael Black is in the lineup, which he is, thankfully. Okay, and at first base as they needed him to be. And then let me do the same thing for Ram. Oh, by the way, Chris, I did put you in the game. And then let's see, Ram, yes, 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 and yes. Okay. And then let me do the same thing for the Angels. And then I had who did I have? Oh yeah, that's right. I had Chris Clark. So let me go to pitching rotation really quickly. Where's Chris? Okay, Chris. Okay, so they slotted him as a closing pitcher. That's good. And then last but not least, Cincinnati. Okay, let me do this really quick. And it's under lineups. And they put Clinton in the lineup. That's good. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right, so we saved it. All right, so let me see. I'm going to go with the first person that said that they wanted a game. And of course, the first couple of games will be done in exhibition mode, and we can have shorter games. So you're not sitting through 9 innings. You're sitting through 3. So let's get to that. So the first one was Azrael, now with his new team, the Chicago White Sox. Okay, so it's ALC. Okay, so because the Chicago White Sox finished second, let me go over here. They will be the home team, and they will face off against the team that finished fifth at the during the 2022 season, and that would be okay. Where is he? Well, that would actually be Jamar if you're in the chat. that would be Jamar's team, which would now be the Kansas City Royals. Why did I go that way? I always hate it when it does that. There we go. Much better. Okay. So, Azriel, are you ready for your game? And I'm not sure if Jamar is still in the chat, but I did see him though. Okay, so guaranteed rate field, that's right. And because this is a late game, we'll put that there. Okay, and of course we'll make this a 3-inning game. Not too long, but not very short either. Let me put this in. Okay. Make this. Yeah, we'll have the extra inning runner rule on. And with that, we have. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Azrael's on the right, and Jamar was on the bottom. My bad. Now, of course, this is a national or an American league. This was before the DH rule was universal. So, if I was playing in the National League, it would have been there would have been no DH rule. But we are live here in Guaranteed Rate Field. Anyway, there you see Jamar. So yeah, Azrael, I'll just say this: if the White Sox win, you will be able to get Jamar on your team. But on the other hand, if they win, you would be joining the Royals. Though I would have to imagine you'd be sick to your stomach. But we'll find out what happens when all is said and done. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I would have enough interest in the show. I thought it was going to be short, but hey, I'm happy about that. Anyway, nice swing and a miss though. Nice pitching there by Rodon. And of course, Whit Merrifield, if I remember correctly, he was among those who were part of the of that Royals team that made not one but 2 runs at the World Series, winning the latter against the Mets at the time. I do remember both of those series definitively. I remember, watching the coverage on MLB Network, and I was watching it on my old box television. You know those old box televisions? I imagine Azriel is young enough to remember that one. Anyway, a dribbler, and anyway, nice play there by Azriel at first base. But there's the starting lineup. You'll see that Jamar is at right field. And we'll see if he can give the Royals the rub. If he can give them the inspiration that they'll need in order to win this 3-inning game against the Chicago White Sox. But I have to ask Clinton, if he's still in the chat, like, what does he think about the things like a pitch clock and some of these other rules that Major League Baseball, that the MLB added? Because I'm kind of wondering, like, how they will implement that in the next game that I get, which by then it will be 24. Hits it opposite field, but he hits it right to. I couldn't see who. Anderson. That's Anderson who got the out at shortstop. You know what? I will have to check again. Um, but very quickly, are you left or right-handed? But there's also the option to be a switch hitter as well. Anyway, nice slider there by Rodon. Already with 2 outs, and the bases are empty. Oh, that's right, you are left-handed. Shit. And, well, and of course Perez thought he had gotten a walk, but instead he gets a called strike and will have to go back to the batter's box. And another strike. And a walk. And obviously, if you're Azriel and the rest of the team, the last thing you want to do is have your top guy, start giving away walks. There you see. I used to be a switch pitcher in junior leagues, but coaches and teachers beat it out of me. Went to school when teachers could hit kid. Why would they do that? I mean, I understand if they did it for disciplinary reasons, like if the kids were acting out of line, but I mean that's what would happen like when I was, young. I used to like whenever a kid did something bad, they would probably send him to the principal's office is what they would do. Maybe even put him in detention, but rarely if ever did teachers like back in my day do that. Anyway, an out, and that's the third one. So first look at the White Sox at bat in just a few moments. Well, it shouldn't be. Like, what's wrong with using your left hand? Anyway, we have Mike Minor, and of course, he did not have a very good 2020 season. Of course, the numbers are a bit skewed given the fact that at the time there were only 60 games at that time, and of course that was during the year that was 2020. Luis Robert. Oh, let me let me get it. Let me see here. Anyway, 2-1 is the count. Back to this game though. I was checking my messages really quickly. Swing and a miss. All right, so Tim Anderson on the mound, or not on the mound, excuse me, uh, on deck is what I was trying to say. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Mike Minor. Of course, the pitch count won't be much of an issue given the fact that this is a third of a normal regulation game. But as far as oh, hang on a second. Let me turn off my desktop notifications on Discord there. Ooh, nice smack there by Tim Anderson, but it is foul. And that was too high of a pitch there. But of course, as we get deeper and deeper, the stakes will be raised, I will say that. Swing and a miss. And so far, the pitching has held serve for both these teams. So it's really going to come down to who can strike. As Anderson strikes out. But at the very least, I was happy that I was able to get this guy right here, Azriel Black. And of course, he was originally chosen by the Cleveland Guardians, but of course he demanded a trade, and now he's here. So now we'll see if he can make the most of this opportunity that he has gotten. And I believe this is his first stint as a non-pitcher. Fouls it off, 1-2. And the thing about that's because in sports and in life, Cleveland sucks. Well, how do you explain them winning the championship in 2016? I mean, of course, it helped to have LeBron, but you know, the funny thing is, it wasn't always like that. And a strikeout by Atticus, and he suffers one at the hands of Mike Minor, and Minor, well, he's got his stuff together, and if that's the case, the Royals have a great chance to win. But yeah, Cleveland, especially in the the latter half of the 40s and first half of the 50s, I mean they were a dominant team. Sure, they didn't win the championship all the time, but they were always in contention for it. And in a 10-year span, they won 7 titles. 4 of them, they won 4 straight in the All-American Football Conference, which, of course, was a precursor to... Oh, wait a minute. He hits it high and he hits it deep. Is he going to get it? Ooh, he gave it a ride, but 1 out. Done and done. You know, that's sad. That really is sad that it is true that it's more legitimate than real sports. Now, obviously, we can't... Now, obviously, there's no proof to say that there is collusion. We can only speculate that, but what I mean is, like, there's no evidence that can show that it is true. But the perception is there, definitely, that that's what it is. Anyway, welcome back there, Frostbite, and a swing check, got him. That was when sports were actually able competition than money. Vegas were actually about competition. Oh, than money. Yeah, that's the sad thing. Money has gotten the worst of it. You're left-handed as well. Oh, shit. Well, so far, Rodon is doing pretty well. And he definitely is giving the Sox a chance to win this game. So, again, it's going to come down to who can come up with a big hit. And who can get a run. Swing and a miss. But yeah, Frostbite, I'm happy but I'm happy to have you on board, as I am happy with AJ and Chris Frost and some of the new talent that we have, along with some of the old war horses like Clinton, myself, Azriel, Atticus. Yasmani Grandal, another very good player. In fact, I don't want to say he's like a superstar or anything like that, but he is a very, very accomplished player himself. Yeah, and it's great to have you on the show, dude. Really, I am. Okay, so now 1-1 is the count. And he gets a hit single. No, no, he does not. What a catch! And who caught that? No, no. Well, nothing really to be sad about that. Like, no need to apologize for it. But that was a great catch, though, by the center fielder. I didn't get his name, but that was a great catch, though. All right, so TJ, I sent you a DM. Oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, nice strikeout though. I'm sorry, I'm just answering AJ's DM. Oh wait, swing and a miss by Andrew Vaughn. Okay, so I just answered his. All right, I'm playing his MLB replaying the 23 season. Oh, yeah, that sounds legit. Really. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I didn't even. How stupid of me! I didn't even subscribe. And apparently, he has a picture of a dolphin that has muscles, and he's wearing a Miami Dolphins uniform. Although I'm not sure how that happened though. Anyway, we have a single, so now we have a runner on base. So now for the White Sox, they finally got somebody on base, but now can they cash in on it? And for Mike Minor, can he get himself out of the jam? He already has 2 outs to work with, but he just needs one more to get out of it. Swing and a miss by Garcia. And he hits it high, but way too high. And just like that, it is still 0-0 as we go to the top of the third, which is our equivalent of the ninth inning. Oh, I actually have a guess. Hang on a second. Let me get him. Okay. And I have some gold. Okay. Let me make sure that it doesn't slow down. Thank goodness it does not. Okay. Hello there. Well, I mentioned before, and a strikeout by Dozier. Anyway, well, I mean, I did mention before that, plans changed on me and now it happened to you. So it's not your fault there, AJ. I just don't want you to blame yourself for it because, I mean, I kind of felt bad myself when change of plans happened and it hurt. And well, I don't want to say it hurt, but but it did throw you off for a loop. But I apologize for that. But yeah, but I also don't want you to be sorry about it. Nice hit there by Jamar, but he hit it right to the right fielder. I didn't see his name there. Let me see. Oh, Incel. Nice catch by him. You can't hear AJ. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I forgot to increase your volume. How stupid of me. Okay, test it out.
Hello?
Okay. A little bit better. I just have to increase your. There we go. All right. Let us know if you can hit. I can't even talk. Let us know if you can hear AJ-san. Anyway, fouled off by Merrifield. He says he hears. Well, and by he I mean Azrael Black says he hears you. Swing and a miss by Merrifield, and now the White Sox have a chance to win in the bottom of the third, which is our version of the bottom of the ninth. But yeah, I'm just saying, AJ, it's not your fault because I know I can't even talk. I'm so tongue tied given my situation at work, though. No, I know that plans change and that sure that can throw anybody else's plans for a loop, but the last thing I want is for you to blame yourself, and I don't want you to do that.
I'm not blaming myself, it's just work. Just threw that onto us.
Well, at least you can blame them for that. Let's see. And then Frostbite says, I'm having an MLB The Show competition with John Breakdown. Just a friendly, how many wins can we get in a season rivalry? Anyway, another strikeout there. This time onto Mancada. Adam Engel is the next in line. So we'll see what the White Sox do, but so far it's been 0-0, so we haven't had a lot of fireworks in the form of runs. But then again, it just goes to show how tough these two pitchers are. So it's going to come down to who's going to crack. It really will come down to that. But yeah, well, I'll just think of something else, AJ. It's not a problem. And ooh, nice hit there, but nice catch there by Jamar. So great catch there by Jamar to have the range and the speed to be able to cover the field and get that, as that could have been a hit. but still. And then Frostbite says the Yankees have a record of 44 wins in a row. I mean, how in the heck do you get 44? Well, I guess if any team could do it, it may as well have been the Murderers Row Yankees. Of course, the two top guys were, Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. And I know that AJ's not a, baseball buff, but I would imagine that AJ knows something about our good friend, the Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, and not the candy bar, obviously. Bad joke, I know.
No, it's okay.
But you know what? Speaking of Baby Ruth, or yeah, Baby Ruth, the candy bar, I wonder, what kind of candy bars do you like? And by you, I don't just mean AJ, I mean everybody else in the chat that's watching this. Babe Ruth also beat Lance Armstrong in a rap battle. Wait, was this on Epic Rap Battles in History? Of history? And, oh, nice hit there. But he hits it a bit too high. Although he does advance the runner that was at second to third. So now Kansas City has a threat at third base if Salvador Perez can get the job done. But can Rodon stop him? Anyway, shocked hearts, those are good. Fifth Ave, I keep sleeping on Fifth Avenue. I gotta try out Fifth Avenue because I heard it's good, but I haven't had it. And then there's Butterfinger and Twix; those are always good. But I wonder, AJ-san, what is your favorite candy bar?
I do not have a favorite candy bar because
Do you not eat
I
candy?
have to say,
Oh,
but it's not. It's a different country's candy bar.
oh.
I
Okay.
like a tin. It's an Australian candy called a Tim Tam.
A Tin Tan.
I'll show you what it's like.
Hmm. Anyway, he pops it up, and a second out, and the runner at third has no choice but to stay. And up next is the man who probably should have gotten a sponsorship by Nintendo, Andrew Ben Nintendi. Bad joke, I
Sent
know.
it.
Well, pops it up, and that's the end of the middle of the fourth. So we're gonna go down to the bottom of the fourth to see if the White Sox can win with the extra runner at second rule. Anyway, I'm very sorry about that. Let me see. Oh my gosh! There's a picture of the Tim Tams. I wonder if I could share it with those in the chat.
You can.
Well, let me see. Well, oh no, wait, I can't even do that. Shit. Well, a Tim Tam. I guess I can spell it for those who wonder what a Tim Tam or how do you spell it. So if people want to look for it, they can. Tim Tam. There it is. And wait. Oh my goodness. Of course the runner that gets to be on second by default, or the rule of it. After a wild pitch, the runner that started at second at the start of the inning is now at third, and all they have to do the White Sox They just have to get the guy to home, and they do just that, and that's the end of the game. Very sorry about that, AJ, but the White Sox get the win. And congratulations to Azriel, as he and the rest of the team will continue and they will move on. But that also means that for Azriel, he gets to have, by default, because, well, really, he was really the only person on that team that Atticus could recruit, and that man is Jamar Games. But I apologize. You may finish your statement there.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, here are some of the highlights, though. And the pitchers did everything right, but it took a stolen base and then a single, a bloop single, and unfortunately the third baseman for Kansas City couldn't hold it, and as a result, Kansas City is eliminated. And for them, they not only lose the game, they lose the star player that is Jamar Games. Oh, let me catch up on the chat really quick. Frostbite also likes M&M peanuts. Those are good. I like those. And he says his wife's favorite is Snickers. Those are good too. I like those. Kit Kats, I also like those too. Definitely. No? Is it box store? Oh, okay. And of course it was Mondesi with that error, and that was a very costly error. And of course, being that that was an error, that does not count as a run batted in. But Robert is the one that scores the winning run for the White Sox. But with that said, congratulations to the White Sox, and oh yeah, Payday. I like Payday, the candy bar. So yeah, Azriel, by default, that means that Jamar gets to join your team. So congratulations, buddy. And unless someone else, let me see. I think I have time for one more game, but after that, I gotta stop. So, ooh,
Can I have one?
okay. And of course, for those who didn't get one, I'll get you guys one. But yeah, I can do that for you, Mr. AJ. Goal for me is win one game. But yeah. Okay, let's see. I got. Okay, so the Texas Rangers finished in the 2022 season. They finished in 4th. And in that same season, the Angels finished 3rd. So it'll be the Rangers at the Angels. So you'll be facing off against the cover star for the show 22, Shohei Ohtani. So AJ, I wish you the best of luck, dude. And in the meantime, let me just update the fact that now Jamar is going to join Azriel. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the fact that Clinton is not on the Angels anymore. Okay, let me. Oh yeah, that's right. Los Angeles Angels. Which is kind of an oxymoron given the fact that Angels and Los Angeles are, synonymous in that Los Angeles is Spanish for the Angels, so it's kind of like very redundant. But even still. Okay. Okay. Wrong way. Okay. And of course, AJ, you are a relief pitcher, so you'll be coming in for relief in case you are needed. So I wish you the best, and best of luck to the Angels as well. So may the better team win, or may the best team win, I should say. Excuse me, can't talk. Okay, 3 innings. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, here we go. So there's our pitching matchup. And of course, actually, now that I see it, both you and Chris are relief pitchers. So in case one of the starters starts to get if one of the starters falters, then either you or Chris will be in there to be in for relief, which is what the relief pitchers do. As that's
Wait,
what
who's on my team?
On your team.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's not the same team that the Rangers would go on to be, obviously. But anyway, one of your opponents, however, is Shohei Ohtani, and as mentioned before, he was the cover boy for what is it, MLB The Show 2022. And Leody, I can't even pronounce this young man's name. Tavares is his last name. I take it you don't remember him, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But yeah, they changed the lineup considerably from when this game came out to the World Series champions. And I have to give you, I got to give Texas, or basically anywhere but Houston, all the credit for, the fact that you guys finally won a World Series title. Also, howdy, Matt Storm. Anyway, how's it going, man? And, well, this could be, and it may be, and it is, a home run from Leody Tavares. So the Texas Rangers strike first with a home run off of all people, Shohei Ohtani. So so far, AJ, your team is doing pretty well with a home run to start off with, man.
But wait, Chris is on the Rangers too, or is he on the other team?
Chris Clark, he's on the Angels.
Okay.
But just like you, he's a relief pitcher, so we'll see if either of you come in. So really, it just comes down to the base teams, actually. I may as well. Well, actually, you actually had a game a few moments ago, but if you want me to spoil it, I will. But it did feature you, though, Jamar. And another hit, although not far enough, and that's the first out, a pop out. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup. So, and then Kilner Falefa, I can't even pronounce that young man's name. Willie Calhoun, Nate Lowe, Yanni Hernandez. I don't know if you remember any of those names, but I wouldn't blame you if you didn't.
Not
Or
really.
which goes to show how much that team went from being the laughing stock to becoming the World Series champions. Like, dude, seriously, they were the worst. They were one of, if not the worst team in the league, and yet in 2 years' time, or yeah, 2-3 years' time, they become champions. Like, that's insane. But you know what, Jamar? I'll just straight up answer. You were drafted by the Kansas City Royals, and you just had your game. And just like what we did in one particular Madden series, if you lose, you join the other team. In which case, you join the other team. And that was the Chicago White Sox, though. Wait, what's going on there, Mr. AJ?
Drink.
Drink. Yeah, and that's the funny thing, Brandon, in the chat there. Yeah, Shohei doesn't make too many mistakes, but when he did, but the fact he made a big one, we'll see if he can rectify that. Adolis Garcia. Now, that's a guy I do remember. Adolis Garcia. Because at least his name rings a bell, though. But unfortunately, he'll have to sit down as Otani gets a strikeout, his first of the game. Yeah, that was just a nasty pitch there. That was a fly out? Well, yeah, the first out was a fly out, of course. But yeah, Jamar, ultimately you ended up on... Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me. Is this going to be another one? It's another one! A home run for the Texas Rangers! Nate Lowell. I mean, AJ, what the heck has gone it? Like, did the spirit of the World Series champion Rangers get embedded in this team?
I think so.
Or who knows? Maybe you're the good luck charm. I don't know. I mean, the last game was the opposite, where hardly anybody was getting on base, but yet we already have 2 home runs. Anyway, fouls it off the other way, does Willie Calhoun. I have to imagine... Oh, fouled away. But, wow. Like, I'm at a loss for words because, like Brandon says, Shohei doesn't make that many mistakes. Or at least he didn't, especially, the last couple of years that he's been in the league. But he does get another strikeout, but the damage was done. 2 hits, 2 home runs. And the Texas Rangers, after 1/2 inning,
So it's
lead.
now changing.
Yep, now the sides are changing, of course. And the starting pitcher is Kohei Arihara. I'm surprised I even know how to pronounce that, but that is his name. Of course, I don't know much about this young man. As much as I might not know all the players, but I'll get to know him pretty soon enough. But Fletcher, of course, was the best hitter, or one of the best hitters, as he is the opener, or the opening hitter. Hey, Brian Happy Meal Hernsberger, what's up? Well, just in time for the second game, though, or the second of our 2 games, because I won't be on this for too long, though. Oh, yes, you did say you were on the... you did say you got yourself a new phone. I'm happy that you got it. I imagine your old one was giving you problems, though. Yeah, the fact that the second home run, like, like when it was hit, it was curving. It was curving, and it looked like it was going to fall inside the yard, but no, it went off the top of the left field fence, and then it went over for a home run. Of course, as funny as that was, I'm not sure if AJ has ever seen it, but I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever watched baseball may remember this one, where and I believe this was back at the old Cleveland Municipal Stadium, and I remember that what's his face? Oh, before I get to that, here is the starting lineup. So among the well-known names, you have guys like uh, Mike Trout, and then of course Kyle Farmer, who was instrumental in that trade that sent Clinton to the Reds. Anyway, bad thing is I'm gonna have to start looking for a new phone soon myself. This thing has been giving me problems the past couple of days. Oh, okay. Anyway, a bouncer right to Arihara, sorry. After 7 pitches, he already has 2 outs, so that's pretty good. Good job there by Arihara. I'm going too fast. And then Brandon says, the skid that Otani has had was all on Artie Moreno, the Angels owner being a cheapskate. I did not know that. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Your starting pitcher, AJ, got a 1-2-3 inning, which is where the first 3 batters got out. Nobody made it on base. I gotta say, AJ, you're a good luck charm, dude.
I don't think I am.
You have to believe, because if you don't, then you know.
I guess I am.
You have to think. You have to.
Now.
Yeah, like seriously, like before this, how many other people can you think of that wanted to join the Rangers? Honestly,
Not many.
of course, the thing is, you got to be part of the Rangers before they were cool. Anyway, oh, let me catch up on the chat here. Mine, let's see, mine has one functional speaker and the battery isn't holding charge like it once did. Yeah, I totally get that. You know, where things don't work the way they should. And for Brian, his old phone, the battery wasn't working at all. Wow. And that his phone didn't even charge. Well, that's definitely all the more reason you would need to have in order to get a new phone. And I'm happy you got a new phone there, Mr. Brian Happy Meal Hertzberger. Definitely. Although Mr. Matt Storm, I don't know if you're a fan of baseball, but if you are, I might consider putting you on the roster. But nonetheless, it is nice to have you on the show. Now we have Jonah Heim. Of course, this is not the same Jonah that went into the whale. Well, and not only is it not the same Jonah that went into the whale, he struck out as well. So that's, oh, sorry. And then Brian says, so that's why I got a new phone. And then he has a couple of happy faces. I got great friends. Or I'm sorry, I got great friends. Yeah, and that's the sad thing is that he's being wasted on a terrible team, or at least a terribly built team. You know, because that young man Trout is every bit the superstar that you would ever want on your team. But the problem is that well, it's just that the owner, either through cheapness or anything of that sort, just hasn't been able to build a winner around Trout and Otani. And we have Yanni Hernandez. Who the heck is this kid? And he looks very skinny. I'm like, I like seriously, look at him.
How much does he weigh?
I don't know, AJ, but dude, you probably could give him a piggyback ride, and you wouldn't feel too heavy about it. But I've never seen a guy that looks like that, man.
Well, change sides.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Texas was unable to add to their lead, so now it's up to them to hold serve with Arihara, sorry. Now at 9 pitches. Okay, so your friend Yanni Hernandez is the third baseman. I didn't even bother to check, but yeah, he's the third baseman here. Okay. Uh, let me put you on the wait list, or see if I can replace somebody who I know is not gonna be who I know is not gonna be back with you. All right, so Matt Storm. Okay, and then once I find somebody to take out, since I haven't seen